Welcome to the Marketing Combat Podcast. My name is Jason Donnelly, and this man sitting next to me in a completely different room with a cowboy hat. I talk about this every time, but just a majestic beard. Look at him. He looks like a cowboy on the range. Okay, it's Chris Kubbernus. Tell us what we're talking about today.
The topic we're covering today is, did you see the new Meta commercial, the Meta Quest commercial? And is VR going to take off? Finally, is it going to take off? Yes or no? I'm going to say I have seen the commercial. We could talk more about that. I'm going to take the stance of VR is not going to take off. It is start stall all the time. It is not going to be a big thing, not for a very, very, very long time. And the reason why I think this is, and so Jason, you have to take the position of yes, you think it's going to take off.
Easy.
The reason why I think VR is not going to take off, and you can even see it in this advertisement. If you haven't seen the ad, go take a look. Actually, we can just kind of showcase some clips of it right now. Basically, it features a man. He's putting together a baby crib. He looks like he's going to be he looks like he's going to be a new father soon, and he's putting together a baby crib, and he's like struggling. It's falling apart. It's a piece of crap, and he gets this idea that, okay, I'll put on my Meta Quest headset and I'll be able to watch, a YouTube video at the same time as get the instructions up here, and he can kind of play with the panels and stuff like that. It's very Iron Man-ish in some ways, but basically he's able to, almost, I would say not VR, but AR, which is augmented reality, his way to building this crib. And it showcases the technology. It's very Apple-esque. We talked about this. Like, it's very much like an Apple ad, but for Meta Quest. And it showcases the power of being able to see through the device, like look at your surroundings, and then also pull up windows and do sort of things like that. And I think that's the perfect case scenario for Meta Quest for these VR headsets is actually AR, because VR is so, it's so rooted in gaming at this point. And it's so rooted in just turning off the world and being in a different world, in a fantasy world. And that has such limited capabilities or limited use cases for most people. Most people on the planet need AR, would love AR, because they need to be able to sort of see through, do some things, pull up some windows, work. So the use case and the things that you get from Meta Quest or from VR in general, AR is much, much better. And I still think like we've had just so many years of, will VR be the big thing? Oh, yes, it will. And then it's like, no. VR is going to be huge. Yes, yeah. Oh, no. Back down. So we've had this for like 20, 30, 40 years now. We've had VR hot, not. And I think it will continue that way because it doesn't have amazing applications. It doesn't have amazing use cases just yet. So it's not going to take off. It's got many, many more years to go, and it will continue to be in Fantasyland. Whereas AR, in my opinion, is much, much more likely to be adopted by society. Go.
All right, I hear you. First off, I just want to throw this out there. Have you guys, do you remember the Virtual Boy? I'm going to put a picture here so you guys see it later. Do you remember Virtual Boy, the Nintendo gaming system? It was the worst game on the planet. It gave me a headache. It was just this big red thing that you sat on a table, and it was all red lights inside. It was horrible, but it was my first experience in VR, AR. Anyway, I think you're completely wrong. Not only have we transitioned from those first Oculus Quest to the Quest 2, to the Quest 3 now, to the Quest 3 Slim, whatever it's going to be called, Quest 4 down the line. And it is coming out with their new AR, VR, Ray-Ban glasses or whatever coming in the next like 2026 that I think are going to take it to the masses. I think it's going to be cheaper. I think it's going to be lighter. I think it's going to be something that you can just put on like a regular pair of glasses for a little while. Like right now, you've seen the AR glasses out there right now that they look like sunglasses, but they also are definitely, there's a computer in there. So I think it's going to slowly transition over the next 2 to 5 years, and AR, VR, all of it's going to take off because the stuff's going to get faster, quicker, better, cheaper. And most importantly, not as massively intrusive. I had the Meta Quest 2, and it was just so long and big, and it was just it was hard to use. It was just so big, but it was awesome and it was fun. And I think just the more that they put into it, the more AR. Like you said, I thought that commercial it wasn't for IKEA, but it was for IKEA, was so good. I thought it was so impressive, and I was like, I never thought of a Meta Quest headset being able to do something like that, because you're always fumbling for your phone trying to figure out how to do stuff and then putting it down, and then it turns off and you're all stressed out the whole time. I think AR VR, I think it's going to blow up. Like I said, 2 to 5 years, I think it's going to be huge. Everybody's going to have it, and it's just going to get better, cheaper, lighter, faster, etc.
You heard it here, folks.
And hopefully, hopefully Apple gets a better version that's cheaper, and I can immediately purchase it or get it sent to the show so that we can test it on the show, and I can just have it.
That product is garbage. That's what we should do, is like Apple Vision Pro, garbage or good. It's actually complete garbage. Apple has lost the plot on so many things, man. Like, I am not impressed with that company. That's another episode, but
Apple,
they've lost the plot.
I love
They don't know what they're doing anymore. They're not innovative. They're just, they're overpriced crap that they need to figure out.
Man, that Crush It commercial really hit you deep.
They need to figure out a better way. No, I actually don't think that commercial is that bad, but I do think,
I didn't have a problem.
I mean, they're just like, it's thinner. Buy it. It's like, what? How can that be? I know we're way over time and this is not the topic at all, but it's like, if you compare it here, like the Meta Quest 3 versus an iPad Thin, I mean, like the Meta Quest 3 is cheaper and probably has more use for you in your life than a iPad Thin. So yeah,
this is a fight that this is a fight we have to take to another show, because I am in love with both of them.
Sorry about that.
And I will never talk down to you. You're beautiful people. Thank you.
You're such a corporate shell. I love it. All right. Thanks for tuning into this episode. I've been Chris Kubbernus. With me, as always, the professorial, recruitorial Jason Donnelly. He's good at being a professor and a recruiter. He could recruit professors, actually. That's what he should probably do in his spare time. Recruit those professors to
My boss is telling me to get a side job of recruiting professors.
You've already got lots of side gigs. You are a side gig guy. That's your thing.
Follow me on TikTok.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, buy my books. You need all of your books to come out and fold out. Buy all of his books, all 17,000 of them. Yeah, all this.
All right, there we go.
Thanks
See
for tuning in. See you tomorrow, guys.